How's it going, guys? My name's Howie's Gaming Dungeon, and this is a bit different than what I normally do. Hiding my face because, I'm ugly under here, freak accident, bit by a spider. Nah, I'm fucking with you. Anyways, this is a review of the Spider-Man Brand New Day. Spoiler free, in a sense. Yeah, spoiler free. Brand New Day. It came out July 31st of 2026. Actually, my birthday, which is kind of fucking funny to think about. What to say. It's Peter Parker. It opens up with him getting his own, spoiler alert, it's Peter Parker at his own place of residence. Oh my god. And it's, extremely cheap. I think it's, I don't know, a storage room for some fucking place. He's all, sad that he has, his friends or whatnot are not there. It makes, it's like, his friends are, the main thing that he's worried about. There's plenty of comic book characters that make reference, or are made reference in it. Scorpion's in it. It's pretty cool. And it's a few others. I think maybe Tombstone. And they make a lot of reference to comic panels in this one. A lot of the scenes are reminiscent of comic panels, but it's slowed down. It's almost freeze frames for some of it, and it's just in the opening for most of it. And I guess that's cool if you're a comic book guy. I'm a Spider-Man fan. But I will say this, I dabbled in a few of the comics, not a lot of them, and I don't know if I've ever read any of the ones that a lot of the true fans would say would make me a fan. No idea. Spider-Man Brand New Day, what do I think about it? The plot is mostly around a person attacking this company that deals in parahumans or whatever the fuck they're called, metahumans, right? Super villains and shit. And they use a lot of the super villain tech to kind of make shit as they go. As I was watching the movie, I didn't get bored. It was packed. There was a lot of people in the theater. The experience in the theater was great. In my town, there's a movie theater, and I went with family, so it was always nice, to go with family, to go out in those things. It starts off him being sad, getting an apartment, going through life. It's a month before him and his friends graduate. Or some shit out of college. So there's that. Actually, I don't even think Peter is going to college. Because there's not really... I mean, there's a scene where he goes to a college. I do not think that he's actually... actually going there. Which is... Because he goes to Bruce, to Banner. To Hulk. For some info on his inhibitor, because another thing in the movie is that Spider-Man's changing and he doesn't really like it, right? Or he's not he doesn't like it, but it's affecting him, right? He gets his organic webbing back. I don't know if that's a spoiler. I'm guessing it can be. I guess this is not. I don't know. I guess it is a spoiler, but I'm not too sure. But he's changing, and sometimes his eyes get pitch black, and he gets stronger and he gets more violent, I guess. I don't know. It's a weird mechanic they gave him for some reason, because they kind of wanted to make him stronger, because I guess everyone's oh, Tobey Maguire's the strongest. He has organic webbing, and they're probably oh, we're gonna give ours organic webbing because everyone loves Tobey Maguire, so we gotta copy what's already been done. Or oh, we're the strongest now because he has organic webbing now, and he suppresses it because it gives him headaches and shit, because he's actually going through a metamorphosis type state, like what a spider would, you know, and he's just. But dude, I'm taking these glasses off because holy fucking shit, dude, these are fogging up because I'm talking. My eyeballs, dude. I look like a terrorist. I'm just gonna be honest. But no, like, Spider-Man, he has, like, organic webbing now. And he's, you know, doing Spider-Man shit, saving the day. It's really weird to have, the Punisher, come in. He's in the movie. Punisher's in the movie. And there's some scenes where the Punisher is, joking with Spider-Man, like, near the end, and it's or not really joking, but he's like having a laugh with Spider-Man, and it just doesn't sit right with me. I don't think they needed to put the Punisher in this, to be honest. He doesn't really do much but like banter with Spider-Man in a few scenes, and like the main bad guy, if you want to call the person that, is like, it like jumps into the minds of people, and he's trying to deal with that and figure out what's going on with that, you know? And it's like the Punisher's having a dilemma, like, oh, just shoot them, you know, just kill them, you know? Because Punisher he would just fucking murder. I mean, the Punisher's a psychopath, right? Or a sociopath. No, he's a nutcase, you know? He's lost his family in a mafia killing, and he now has a suicidal war with crime in New York and anywhere he goes, so I don't understand why he's doing that. And another fucking thing, like in the beginning, like Spider-Man's chasing a armored personnel carrier, APC. They call it a tank. I've got a dock points for that because it's fucking retarded. It's not a tank. It's a fucking armored personnel carrier. All right, you're meant to transport people in that. It's not a fucking tank. I don't know why they called it a tank. And then shit's blown up everywhere because, you know, they're shooting it all. Like the guns on the damn thing are shooting for some reason. I guess they're automated. And so, you know, Spider-Man's chasing it, and he gets on the tank, and his spider sense goes off, and it's the Punisher. Now, the reveal is all right, but, you know, like, it's been spoiled. Everyone should know this shit by now because it's in, like, a trailer, I guess. But Spider-Man gets hit with a fucking grenade launcher, right? Gets blown off the tank, falls on the ground, stands up, and gets hit by the Punisher's van. If you don't know, the Punisher has a mobile van that he uses to hunt down people. And they make, like, Spider-Man makes reference of, oh, I saved you in Staten Island or some shit. And I don't know if that's like a comic book reference, but they make a joke about it. They make a joke about it, which is kind of funny, I guess, because it's played for laughs at some of the scenes. And yeah, this is just really weird. Oh god. But yeah. And so the plot is, like, Spider-Man's chasing down this mind jumper, and he's trying to figure out what they're doing. Scorpion breaks free. MJ and Spider-Man, you know, there's not a couple, you know, because in the previous movie, like, Spider-Man erased everyone's mind of Peter Parker somehow with the fucking magic that Doctor Strange had, but then it's like Strange would know, you know, and I guess it plays into this, like, they make it like a big fucking thing, a big deal, because he's like, you know, just Spider-Man, and he has no life besides Spider-Man at the moment. And he's just been doing Spider-Man shit. They don't, I mean, maybe in the previous movie, they may have made, you know, Tom Holland try to do, you know, like, balance his life. And they play on that, I guess, again. They also tried making New York City a character again, because they can't get away from Sam Raimi's excellence and the fucking original trilogy, so they try to make New York City a character. Because they all love Spider-Man. Every person loves Spider-Man. It's fucking funny. Yeah, in the end, like, they're like, Spider-Man. They're all like hooting and hollering for Spider-Man. There's some scenes which are just weird, I would say. Like, May Parker is back for like mind scenes, I guess, because like he's having a moment, so he's thinking of his aunt, and it's actually used to save people, which is really great, which is pretty cool. A thing I don't like about the movie is that Peter Parker goes to May Parker's grave, right? Where the fuck is Uncle Ben? They don't have Uncle Ben anywhere. Like, they have a tombstone for May Parker, and you expect right next to her to be Uncle Ben. Like, give us something with Uncle fucking Ben. They do not have Uncle Ben anywhere in this fucking movie. Maybe they made mention of Uncle Ben before in a previous Spider-Man, and it's like May Parker probably mentioned. I think she did maybe in a previous older Spider-Man movie where she's like, "Oh, remember what your uncle would say? With great power comes great responsibility." And it's like, I get that. Like, oh, they made mention maybe, right? But they don't even have May Parker buried next to Ben Parker, bro. Like, they cut Ben Parker, they cut Uncle Ben out of they cut him out of it, bro. And it's like, it's so fucking jarring because, like, in the comics, Ben Parker is like the guy that gave Spider-Man that speech of, with great power comes great responsibility. They didn't really bring up that slogan again, but, it felt like they wanted to. But there's no mention of Ben Parker still. And that's when I got I was like, ooh, a new Spider-Man. Maybe it's going to have something going. Well, maybe Ben Parker would be mentioned, or maybe it would be used in some sort of way to kind of, like, change the bad guy or some shit. In the movie, I'm thinking, like, maybe the bad guy is going to get, like, Spider-Man's going to save the bad guy through that somehow. Don't kill people! And it's a whole thing in the movie. Spider-Man's, like, telling Frank, don't kill no one! Don't do it! And if you're thinking, and you're wondering, who's Frank? For the people out there that don't know, the Punisher's name is Frank Castle, so, yeah, I'm gonna say Frank. It's easy, okay? I could say Punisher, but, like, there's some, like, oh, Punisher's like, you gotta kill him! You gotta fucking kill him! And then Spider-Man's like, no, don't do that! Don't kill the bad guy! Granted, like, you don't want the Punisher to kill the bad guy in this one, because, the bad guy is, a character we all know and love from the Marvel series, which is, I think, the first, I think this is the first time they're made mention in the MCU is in this one, which is great. And it confirms some shit, which is great. And I'm just like, oh, this is pretty cool. And there's another scene where he has to get info out of, like, the Black Widow. The new Avengers Black Widow, not Natasha Romanoff, or whatever the fuck her name is, not that chick. Just the Black Widow from the new Avengers. I've never watched it. So when I was watching that scene, I was like, who the fuck is that? I'm like, who is this? But her office is like, it's like played off as like a fan service scene, because it's like she's naked in like a spa pool, or a spa or some shit. It's but like the water is like extremely blue for some unknown reason, and Peter Parker, Spider-Man's in there with his, like, and just his underwear and mask, which is kind of funny. And Tom Holland, like, he got, like, jacked for the movie. He got ripped. Like, he's actually got a lot of fucking muscle on him. Unless they were having a double do it, but I do not know. But it's funny. He's got more muscle than normal, and I guess it makes sense because, you know, you're crime fighting and saving the day every fucking day, but yeah, it's crazy to think about. The Hulk, you know, like I said, Bruce Banner, the Hulk shows up, there's a fight with the Hulk, and the MCU finally gave the Hulk some balls. Like, he's, like, angry, and he actually does damage. Scorpion's in it for a bit. Oh, and that scene with the Black Widow, she... It's weird. It's like, you're small potato stuff, and that's small potato. The New Avengers do big potato stuff. And I'm just like, dude, this guy has been to the, to space. He's been all over the fucking place, and he's saved New York countless fucking times. What are you talking about? You're small potato stuff. And I'm just like, bruh, this dude can fucking fold you if he wanted to. Like, if he really did want to. But I don't know. I guess, I don't know. It's just weird. Like, he explains to the New Avengers Black Widow in her office, which is like a spa, and it's, they're in like a pool. They're both naked, or she's naked, but he's half naked. He's in his underwear, and she's just in there, you know, naked. It doesn't show anything. It's like, I guess, done like fan service. I guess you get a little. I don't know. I don't think, no, you don't get no cleavage, or maybe you get like maybe a minuscule amount of like. You see a little chest, and that, like, a little bit of her chest, that's it. No boobs, just a little of the cleavage, you know, like up like this, and that's it. And it's done as fan service, I'm guessing. Or maybe I'm just too anime brained to understand maybe it's not fan service. But I don't know, it's just so weird to think that he's gonna talk to this Black Widow, this chick, right? And her office is, she's in a spa, and she doesn't talk to you unless you get in there naked with her. And he's just in there in his underwear and mask. And she kind of gets flirty with him, like, oh, you got some, I know, I saw your belly button or some shit. And it was kind of funny. It was pretty cool. But yeah, I don't know if that's ever in the comics where Spider-Man goes to meet the New Avengers Black Widow, and they're both naked in a spa. I don't think that is. I'm not too sure. But it's kind of funny, though, where it's like, I don't talk to you unless you get naked and get in this spa with me. And it's a scene. It's pretty funny, I guess. I enjoyed it. It was pretty funny. But Spider-Man, he floats and his feet fucking pop up and his toes are out of the water, and it's... she kind of like stares at him like he's like weird, and he's like, oh, I'm sorry. It's funny when he leaves, and then she tells him like, small potato, you know, do this, do that. And the company is ran by a black dude. The director's a black guy, and he's, you know, getting, like, his company's getting attacked by the bad guy. The director for the new that company that's doing all the shit, the evil people stuff, and you know, the bad guys trying to get to them, and eventually they do. Spider-Man, you know, webs up because, you know, mind control. You know, Punisher's helping out Spider-Man, and trying to shoot the Hulk. There's a cool scene where the Punisher does Punisher shit, and he's shooting a gun, but it's only at the Hulk. He doesn't kill no one in this movie, sadly. But then he just shoots the Hulk with like a fucking light machine gun, and he's yelling while shooting it at him, and the Hulk's like flinching because he's not the Hulk yet. He's still Bruce Banner. He's like the pussified Hulk from like before in like the She-Hulk series or some shit, and he's getting shot with this light machine gun, and he's flinching from it, you know, backing up, and you know, he saves Spider-Man. But then it's like the mind control breaks, right? the bad guy, like the mind control breaks, and the Hulk is just like really fucking pissed. So the Hulk actually takes over, and he's actually a threat. And so Spider-Man's like, go deal with the other one. And then as he's going, he's like, okay, he's like, don't shoot them. The bad guy that's doing the mind control. Realistically, the Punisher would have probably fucking domed them. I'm just gonna be honest. When has the Punisher ever stopped, and not killed, unless he was pussified? And another thing, the Punisher logo is like really fucking bad. It's horrible. You can't even tell it's a fucking skull. And they did this because you can't have skulls in China, and their big market is in China. They want the Chinese market because there's more people in China, and it's so fucking strange. And I'm just like, this is just fucking bonkers, bro. Like the Punisher, it's kind of like the face, the top half of the skull, the eyes, and the skull head, but then it's just like the skull is not finished, like the teeth are not finished. It's just like knives or something, or ammo, and it's just like, good God. And the bad guy is like knows who Spider-Man, like figures it out somehow who Spider-Man is, and just goes after his friends. So he has to try to save his friends. He does. There's some pretty good scenes there. I will say the plot is all right, I guess. I mean, chasing this person that jumps through mines, or just do cool shit with their mind and jump from person to person and whatnot. And I get it's all right. And it's weird because like you're small potato stuff, but it's a fucking dude that can jump through mines. Small potato stuff is so fucking stupid. New Avengers, we're big potato stuff, you're small potato stuff. And I don't know, it just really irritated me that they're really trying to humiliate Spider-Man in this, because there's like a house party that his friends are throwing that don't know that Spider-Man is Peter, and they don't know Peter Parker, and Peter shows up all fucking weird with like flowers. And I don't understand at all, but it's so fucking funny. It's like a humiliation ritual. It's some fucking Indian dude with a big fucking nose who kisses MJ in this scene, and I'm just sitting there like, God, man, wow, who the fuck am like, oh, that's my girl, and he fucking kisses her for some reason, and I'm just like, oh, this is gross. Can we not have an Indian guy kissing this chick, please? We don't need him to do any more harm to everybody. But no, it's just so fucking, I don't know, it's just so weird. It's like, once you're a conspiracy theorist, it's kind of hard to sit down and enjoy movies because, the schizophrenia kicks in and everything you see in the movie is like social engineering for what they want. And they I guess the writers are good writers, I guess, because they fucking hate Peter Parker. But it's just so fucking strange. It's just so strange because it's just like, oh my God, he's being cocked right now, and some of you fucking weirdos out there probably like that shit, but it's like some Indian guy fucking getting it's just some fucking Indian guy kissing MJ. I'm not racist, I don't care, but it's just so weird to see that shit. It's just so fucking weird because it's like, why? Why do you have a scene of MJ kissing another man with the dude being like, oh, that's my girl, and he just kisses her on the lips in front of Peter in that scene, and he's like depressed. He gets really sad, like it's traumatic for him, and it kickstarts like a bunch of like changing for him or some shit, and I'm just like so fucking like I'm just oh my god, what do you mean? What do you mean? And that's what jumpstarts his like transformation or whatnot to be more spider-like, I guess. And they have a scene of like his eyes turning black, and he gets home and he just collapses. Like, oh my god, Spider-Man! Oh no! Oh, and there's another like, it's like so much shit going on. There's a scene later where Spider-Man saves the day, but he's like injured. I don't know why anyone would want to say this is a spoiler. It doesn't really have any significance to the plot, but he gets like shot and he fucking collapses. He's bleeding, you know, and it's like, okay, cool. If we're gonna have Spider-Man's injured, like you see like scarring and shit on his fucking body when he's in the Black Widow scene, and it's like, okay, cool, that's pretty neat. But like there's a scene like near the end, and it's played like, oh my god, Spider-Man's dying. It's this fucking Marvel movie. They're not gonna kill Spider-Man in this one. I mean, they fucking didn't want to kill Tobey Maguire at all. They didn't want to give him a send-off, you know? Like, I would have loved it if they made, you know, Tobey Maguire be, like, rugged, you know, Spider-Man, you know? But they never did in the previous one, and then he got stabbed in the back. And he just gets the fuck up, I guess, in the end of that one, and I'm like, what the fuck what do you mean? I could deal with this. I've had this happen before. And it's like, oh, okay. And they try to, you know, they scare everyone to think that Spider-Man's gonna die. They're not gonna kill him. It's Spider-Man. He makes them too much money. He makes them too much money. They're not gonna kill him. You know, he saves people. He does, you know, there's some cool fight scenes in it, I will say. If you're looking for practical effects, do not come to this movie thinking that. It's the MCU, it's Marvel, they never do practical effects. Well, there might be a few, I'm not too sure. Maybe Cars, I guess, maybe. No, actually, I don't know if there is any practical effects. It's just a bunch of green screen shit. Once you notice that stuff is slop, it's kind of hard to enjoy it. It really is. Like, it's hard to turn your brain off when you notice crap. You know, schizophrenia kicked in every once in a while, and, you know, the Indian kissing MJ, was fucking funny. I just didn't like it. I cringed. I was like, ugh. I was like, ooh. But no, I was just like, I mean, why? I get it. It's Spider-Man. We gotta have him suffering. But it's just so fucking funny. It really is. And then it ends on a note. I guess they made this movie to end in a certain way to, like, put more characters into Doomsday, I guess. I'm not too fucking sure. The Avengers. I'm not, like, I don't watch Marvel movies mostly. I really don't. I like Spider-Man, so I'll watch those. And it's funny, like, the day of that movie's release, Twitter had, like, a bunch of fucking... They had the whole fucking movie put on Twitter. People put it on Twitter because they record it with a camcorder, and it's fucking hilarious. But I watched a little bit there and there. Maybe that made me kind of like, whatever. You know, because, like, it was on Twitter, and I saw a little bit, and I kind of didn't like what I was seeing. And then I went to the theater. It was a better experience in theater. If you have the chance to watch it in the movies, go for it. It's like, just don't expect, like, a compelling story. Don't expect Martin Scorsese. Don't expect, like, some Steven Spielberg or, like, you know, Mark Hugh. I forgot the guy's name. Or any of the dude that made Eyes Wide Shut. Don't expect any great storytelling at all in this movie, and you'll be good. If you just go in there with, like, oh, I'm gonna bring my friends and I'm gonna sit there and have fun, you know, we're gonna laugh at the jokes the jokes ain't really good, but they're all right, I guess. I will say this though, Marvel has they have a little bit more balls now. There's a lot more cursing going on in this movie. A lot more cursing. They really, I don't know if it's PG, yeah, it is PG-13, it has to be. But they push that PG-13 limit. There's like a bunch of shit. They say shit, alright? They say goddamn. They say GD, and they say damn. They say bullshit, you know? I don't know if they say bitch. I don't think they say bitch. There is a funny scene of Frank about to say the fuck word, but, you know, you can't say fuck or you're gonna get a rated R fucking thing. And Spider-Man webs his mouth shut as he's, you know, chasing that fucking tank. Yeah, it was mostly like, you know, it was about Peter Parker, right, changing and him worrying about his friends and saving his friends. It's Spider-Man, you know, nothing's really gonna go wrong for this guy. It's a Marvel character. They're not gonna do anything to really affect anybody. There's a nice scene, where, because, you know, Peter's saving MJ, so he takes her to, the Punisher's place, and the Punisher, right, and she asks him a question about his family, because he has pictures of his family, and there's a nice scene where he's like, kind of gets pissed about that, don't ask questions, and he just, you know, locks it and whatnot, and I don't blame him, you know, he's a fucking nutcase with a gun, and his whole motive is being suicidal towards criminals to the point of where he wants to die, okay? And let's be real. The Punisher wants to die, but he wants to go out in a blaze of glory. So he goes and hunts down criminals, but he's too good at what he does, so he's not dying anytime soon. Off track, I love the Punisher. Because it's a vigilante that... anti-hero. He's an anti-hero. Fuck off, alright? He's actually a vigilante, alright? He kills criminals. Come on, there's nothing worse than calling him an anti-hero. He's not anti-anything. He's just anti-crime. He doesn't give a shit who you are. And he fucking murders people, okay? But he's put in this movie because I guess they want people to be like, oh yeah, Punisher, woohoo! More Punisher shit. If you want to call it Punisher stuff. I mean, they need... dude, they need to get a bet. They need more Punisher seasons. They need more Punisher shit. But they need to do him right, alright? Because they pussify him. They're pussifying him. And I don't like that. They just don't want the Punisher to have a fucking montage. Like, he's not killing anyone in this movie. I don't see a reason why he's in the movie. It could have just been a Spider-Man movie, you know? Oh, I saved you in Staten Island, Frank. It's so weird. And then there's a part where Frank Castle, is they have a part where like he has like a bunch of equipment that Spider-Man needs to make like inhibitor chip because the headaches are fucking hurting him or whatnot because of his transformation into spider, then more spider than man, and then he makes like, oh, you have, like, Peter Parker's like, oh, you have all this shit, and Frank's like, yeah. He's like, why do you have all that? And then like MJ is like, making bombs, and I'm like, I don't think you need any of that shit to make bombs. If you were in the military, you know, if you do anything military, or if you understand military shit, like, you would fucking know, that you can make bombs. I'm not even gonna mention it, but you can make bombs out of, like, regular crap that you can, you know, don't do it, don't try it, because it's just gonna fucking hurt you. But you can make bombs out of, like, regular shit you can find anywhere, realistically. And I guess they didn't really want to, like, say anything like that. They just kind of want to, like, get people to, you know, make a joke. Like, oh, he has all that because he's making bombs. And it was a nice joke. A lot of people laughed at that, because it's MJ that says it. Because Peter Parker's like, why do you have all that? And MJ's like, making bombs. And it's like, oh, that's funny. That's pretty good. And it was played for laughs. I enjoyed that part. It was pretty good. I don't really want to spoil anything, so I'm going to give my rating and then leave. Out of 10, I would give it, I like to say 6.5 or a 7.2. I don't know why I'm putting points in this shit. Either a 6 or 7, guys. 6, 7. But no, oh fuck, just kill me, bro. If you know me, come to my house and just fucking murder me, okay? I don't deserve to live after that. But no, I was just like, it's alright. It's a family movie. It's family friendly-ish. There's more cursing in it than normal. It's Spider-Man. You can bring your kids. And I mean, if you don't like them cursing, maybe not, because like there is a little bit more cursing than normal. They say a lot of like they say shit. They say GD. They say God's name in vain. It's Hollywood. They will. But if you're expecting Martin Scorsese, like any sort of great story, it's not. You're not gonna get anything out of it. But if you're just wanting to bring friends, have a great time because you want to just like shut your brain off for a little bit, it's that. It's like we're heading in the right direction towards some things. Like they have fan service, if you will. But you can't see nothing. And it's all right. It's played for jokes because they wanted Spider-Man to be naked, and they have a lot of funny, like, it seems like Spider-Man, like gay moments, like I guess gay-ish moments. Like you can see like the homosexual tension between Ned and Peter Parker. But no, it's just fucking funny what goes on with that. It's just fucking hilarious. It really is. And I'm just like, wow, that's pretty great. And I'm like, granted, I'm gonna go sit down because holy shit. Like, I didn't want to watch the movie. I wasn't interested. It's Spider-Man. I've seen them all. It's Marvel. They fuck up everything. But I will say this. If you go out with family or friends, it's an alright time if you just want to shut your brain off and not have to think for like a 2 hours or how long the fucking movie was. If you want to just like take your kids out and watch Spider-Man on the big screen again, because they're always alright, I guess. It's not, like, the acting's good, the acting's alright. Give it like a 6.5 out of 10. It's like average, and it's not, that doesn't mean it's bad. I'm not saying it's bad, it's okay, it's not the best. There's better Spider-Man movies out there. There's better Marvel movies. There's better movies. It was either this or Odyssey, and I did not want to watch the Odyssey because, it's got Helen of Troy, as, if you know, you know. I'm not gonna say nothing, but it's fucking hilarious. And then they have, like, Elliot Page, or Ellen Page, or whatever the fuck her name is. The woman to male. I don't know what the fuck. But they have her in it, I guess. I just don't know how long she's in it for. It's whatever. Fuck that. I don't care. But it's fucking funny because, like, the acting's alright. It's Marvel writing. Is that my gun? It's like, why would Frank say that? Why would the Punisher ask that? Is he retarded? There's some scenes that really make jokes when there shouldn't be. But it's a Marvel movie, and it's PG-13, so they gotta keep the attention span of the people interested. I mean, my ass was glued to the seat. I wanted to get up to go take a shit, but I didn't, and I waited till I got home, which I did, and now I gotta shit again. So this is where I'm ending it. Was it a good movie? It's okay. I wouldn't like... If I was you, I'd wait until it's in the fucking bargain bin at Walmart, or just watch it on Twitter. It's free on Twitter if you can find it. There's, holy shit, what else is there? I don't know, man. There's like a lot of crap, and like there's a lot of stuff in this movie that is just, I don't know. I'm not a big fucking fan anymore of Marvel movies because they're all the same. The hero wins. There's not really any sort of like tension because you already know if you watched one, you watched them all. You already know there's nothing bad gonna happen to the main people, and it's such a weird like I want like something to happen, you know, actual consequences for once for these guys, you know. And they play off jokes. They play off a lot of shit, you know. Did I hurt anybody? And it's like whatever. I don't know. Spider-Man, I love you. It's like okay, that's great. But no, they don't. It was like back then, you used to have stories in the comics, right? You had stories that you followed in the comics, and you'd read the whole issue, and it would have shit going on. I mean, yeah, granted, even in the comics nowadays, or even then, they had them like, oh, the bad guys do something. So Spider-Man's got to deal with that for a while, but then it ultimately fixes itself. But it's like, you know, Gwen Stacy's dead. You know, Aunt May dies in the comics. So I'm talking about the comics now. But you know, nothing really bad happens. It's whatever. I gotta go to the fucking bathroom. I feel like I'm gonna shit myself. You guys have fun. I'm going to the bathroom. Oy vey.